It really is easy to point out the flaws in someone that we don't really know or don't really like, at least the things that we think are flaws. Someone will make one little mistake or have one little quirk to how they act and they'll be judged for life. We all do it, even I'm guilty of doing it. But if there's anything important I feel I've figured out in life, it's that it's important to dig deep into someone and try to look for the best person they can be. Not everyone is exactly who they are on the outside, and we're more than just skin and bones and a few catchphrases and silly mistakes. You ask any of my friends, or if you've ever really caught me on a good day outside of school, you would think I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. Usually I am. But for the better part of senior year, I've been battling with depression and anxiety. It's usually why I'd miss school, whether it be for therapist appointments or just because I couldn't bring myself to get out of bed. I'd come back to school, hear all the thought you were dead jokes, and just shrug it off. I can't really blame anyone for it though, because you never really know just what someone is going through all the time, and that's why I really feel like it's super important to be as kind as you can to everyone. You shouldn't assume things. Sometimes the best thing for someone can just be a smile, or even just a hello, especially if that someone is really quiet or doesn't do a whole lot of things in class. It really can make all the difference. And you know what they say, you attract more flies with honey than vinegar. But it's always a really easy thing for people to get together and talk about how much they just cannot stand this person because of the way they laugh or how weird and awkward that person is. Is there really any point to talking about someone like that? Even more so if they aren't even doing anything wrong to you? Like, if you have a legitimate problem with them, talk to them about it and don't just gossip about it behind their back. But if it's something they actually can't help, or it's something stupid like what kind of music they listen to or the way they dress, all you seem to be getting out of that conversation is some sort of pat on the back. Oh my god, I am so glad I'm nothing like that. I would never be that obnoxious. But that's the thing, you probably are. You better believe someone somewhere has probably said it's so irritating the way you walk or laugh or sing or talk. I know a ton of people can't stand how loud and annoying I can get. Trust me, they let me know. If you don't care what they think, awesome, you're doing just fine. But not everyone can simply not care or relax. Throughout high school, I had the great privilege of getting to know Lexi Bewley, a phenomenal person to be around. In the fall, we were even the stars of a two-person play and had a blast doing it. Everyone, myself included for a very long time, has always seen Lexi as the bubbly, optimistic, and crazy person she is from day to day. She really and truly is. But through really hanging out with Lexi and getting to know her better, I really realized that this isn't always like that for her. Lexi would always come to me really stressed out, asking for advice on how to juggle all the things that she had to do because she was always trying to be so involved in everything, and I'd always just try and tell her to take it easy. When you're only ever really around a person for a few hours, or less than that sometimes, a day, you don't always get a good perception of who they really are. You more often not just get to know the kind of person they are when they're just in school. I never would have guessed that Lexi was struggling with anxiety over school and had problems at home just like me. This more than anything really kind of opened my eyes up to the fact that even though you don't always think about it, everyone really does have their own lives and their own things going on. As obvious as that sounds. Sometimes you just really don't think about it. Everyone around you isn't just some side character in the storybook of your life. Everyone has their own story, and you shouldn't judge them without getting to know their story. I feel like Randy Pausch said it best when he remembered what John Snoddy said to him during his time at Disney. If you wait long enough, people will surprise and impress you. When you're frustrated with people, when they've made you angry, it may be because you haven't given them enough time. It is one of the most important things to remember that everyone does have a good side to them. But with that too, not everyone is always the person that they act like they are. We all do certainly have our bad days, or we make mistakes. A simplistic way to look at it would say that every person is like a coin, two sides to them. But in all actuality, we're more like diamonds. We have so many different facets to ourselves, and as a whole, they really are what make us who we are. Without all those cuts and sides and all those imperfections, we wouldn't shine the way that we do. To quote a line from a favorite song of mine, people are selfish, people are prone to hate, but God, I love some people sometimes because people are the greatest thing to happen. So if you want to go far in life and want to be happy and have friends while doing it, just remember two words: be kind.